welcome into our world famous Crocodile.
How is everyone doing today? That is what we like to hear. Well, my name is Shannon, if we haven't already met.
And my name's Mel. But before we go any further, we would like to acknowledge the Gubbi Gubbi. They are the traditional custodians of the land we're standing on today. And we'd like to recognise elders past, present and emerging.
Yeah, thank you for that, Mel. Now, I have a question for everyone here. I want to see who is visiting us for the very first time.
Oh, well, that's pretty much every hand. Well, that is amazing. And I know that we'll have some familiar faces out there as well. We do hope you're all having an incredible day exploring our gorgeous zoo grounds, but of course, falling in love with our stunning animals, who are such incredible ambassadors for their wild counterparts.
That they are, Mel, because unfortunately their wild friends face the threat of plastic pollution and entanglement every single day. But you know what? We can all start to make a difference, and that's by simply changing some of our habits.
We sure can. So today we asked for a little bit of assistance from our bird crew to show you just how easy it is to keep Australia looking beautiful for years to come.
Today we're being joined by two of our beautiful parrots, and as you can see, placing your rubbish in the bin would not be easier.
Yeah, that's right. Simply by always disposing of your rubbish correctly, you can help save so many species and their habitats as well.
Yeah, not forgetting to reduce our plastic waste by reusing and recycling wherever possible.
Well, if they can do it, so can we. Please put your hands together for Keto and Tyler. Thanks Josh, thanks Micah. We love those birds so much. I love it. You know what, that puts me in a good mood. Shannon, you're in a good mood today too, actually. Hey, I have an idea. I think we should give away some free stuff, but I don't know. Does anyone here like free stuff?
Yes, we do indeed love free stuff, but we also know nothing in this world is ever actually for free. So don't worry, we will be making you work for those prizes today. And hey Mel, since we're at a zoo, I've got a wild idea to play a game of animal impersonations.
That is wild, you're not wrong. You know what though? I have a wild idea. Not really. Let's look at Roxy and June.
Yeah, good idea. Well, we'll make this a little bit even, and I'll take everyone from this corner all the way to the stairwell right here. You are my beautiful group number one.
Oh, awesome. That means if you are sitting along this side of the Roxy and all the way over here, and underneath that big screen, you are the lucky ones. My group number 2.
Yeah! Well, lucky ones. We'll see about that. But hey, group number one, as the name suggests, we are up first in this game of animal impersonations. Now, Mel, I'm going to need a little bit of your help over here. Now, I'm feeling super inspired by our incredible macaws, so why don't you show group number one your favourite bird to impersonate?
Mate, just one.
Pick one
That's the
bird.
worst thing to ask a zookeeper. What's your favourite animal? We love them all. Okay. I'm going to go something a little bit different today, Shannon. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you like that? What is it? Anyone have any ideas? Yeah, thank you. It is an emu.
Oh, honestly, I love the emu. I love it. Alright, group number one, well, Mel has spoken. So this means on the count of three, I want all of you out of your seats to give me your beautiful emu impersonation. But you know what? You can be any what kind of bird. If you want to be a little chicken, that's okay as well. But you know what? If you're going to be the funkiest chicken or emu out there today, you are going to get a prize. So are we ready for some free stuff? Out of our seats, and beautiful birds on 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, how very awesome about that. Very good. Very funky at the
Okay, good old cheek monkey. It's a classic, but I like it. You know what, group number 2, why don't we be primates of any kind today? You could be an orangutan, you could be a silverback gorilla. And actually, gentlemen, if you have a hairy chest, whip it out for Jeremy here, he loves a hairy chest. Yeah. They're laughing, but it's true, isn't it? You're just jealous. No? Alright, group number 2. Your best primates on 3, 2, 1, go bananas! Yes! I love the monkey noises. Yeah, there's a great gorilla up there. Oh, keep it going, keep it going. Alright, stop. That was amazing. Sorry, Jeremy, no hairy chests for you today. That's why he left. So sad. Alright, we're going to go with the family effort. Right in front of me here, Mum, you've got a blue dress on and that beautiful brown hat, and your kids. Yeah, that's you three. Why don't you guys stand up for me? Alright, to earn your prize, we want to see it one more time. 3, 2, 1, go! Yay! We love a family effort. Well done, there's a prize coming your way.
Very well said. We would love to give a prize to each and every one of you, but I do promise that our Wildlife Warriors show coming up will be prize enough. But on that note, I am going to head out of here because Mel has something extra special for all of you.
Thanks, Shannon. Now here in Australia, we are pretty notorious for our impressive wildlife, and our next guest is no exception. Let's take a look back at Steve face to face with one of these powerful animals. Ladies and gentlemen, Virgo, our southern cassowary. Now she might not be quite as big as Stomp up in the cliff there just yet. And when she hatched, she was actually just around 500 grams, believe it or not. And being a female cassowary, one day she could reach 75 kilograms. Now for over 20 years here in Australia, we've been a part of the Southern Cassowary Breeding Program. So you can imagine our team's excitement when last November we hatched our first ever cassowary chick, Virgo. And isn't she just adorable? Now as she's growing, she's learning to be just like her mama cassowary. She loves to jump and run and hiss. But probably my favourite thing that I like to try and demonstrate for you guys is her running skills. Because wild cassowaries have reached speeds of 50 kilometres an hour. So Virgo's going to eat some of her favourite snacks, then hopefully zoom right on this way. Ah, so cute! Not quite 50k an hour, but we are definitely getting there, Virgo. Now it is incredible to have her as a part of our show and here at the zoo as an ambassador for her species, and that's because southern cassowaries, they are endangered out in the wild. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Virgo, our first ever cassowary chick. Quite a little legend, Shannon, what did you think?
Oh wow, Mel, the Virgo is growing so fast, it's actually kind of scary, but it is super exciting. You know what else is actually exciting? We do have a very special birthday out there in the crowd today.
We do! Maddie is here with us today celebrating her 19th birthday and apparently has travelled all the way from WA, so Maddie, happy birthday!
Thank you for making the journey. You know what? Happy birthday to anybody else that's celebrating their special day with us today.
Yeah, there's heaps of you out there, that's amazing. Well, you know what, we've got time for one more thing, and I think it's the perfect time for us all to pay tribute to the man himself, Steve Irwin. Yeah, you guys, you all know it, if it weren't for his love, dedication, and that enthusiasm, none of us would be here today. You know, Steve was famous for quite a few things, but there was definitely one word he really made his own. Can anyone tell me what that word was?
Yeah, I knew that is spot on, and this means that we're going to do what we call at Australia Zoo a good old-fashioned crack-off. So group number 1, we're now versing group number 2. So on the count of 3, I need all of you out of your seats giving me your loudest cracking in honour of Steve. And then group number 2 over there are going to try to be louder than us.
Yeah, we are. Do you know what, Shannon? You and I, we're pretty competitive, so to make this fair, we probably should assign a judge. Looking up in our VIP section, I know you're enjoying a beautiful lunch today, so sorry to interrupt, but Can you help us out just by picking the louder side? Yeah, awesome. You can all confer together and then make a decision.
Alrighty, I think they've got it all out. Number one, they are going to have a bit of a surround sound effect, so we really need to project our voices. I'm going to need all of you out of your seats with your thumbs in the air, ready to give me your loudest croaky on 3, 2, 1. Woo! Good luck getting that one now.
Alright, I wasn't expecting that, I must be honest. Okay, alright. Group number 2. So from here, all the way to here, you're going to jump up out of your seats with your thumbs in the air with your loudest and proudest crikey on 3, 2, 1. What a bunch of legends! That was amazing! Well done.
Yeah, that's pretty cute, group number 2. Guys, let's take it to the judge. Now, judge, have a really good think about this. Who is the winner?
What?
Group number 1! Congratulations, group number 1. Let's see if we can do it. Now we have won our very own Wildlife Warriors Crack-Off. Stay exactly where you are. Oh, okay, this is a little bit awkward. I'm so sorry, judges. You were actually on group number 2, and you see, when you lose the cry bowl, you all have to stand up, take Mel with you, and leave. Sorry.
Did you say? No. Hey, the gentleman on the end was actually doing this, so I'm going to take that as, yeah, no. Let me just check real quick. Hey, group number 2, are we going to leave? No. Do we want to stick around and see some wildlife? Yeah, nice try, Shannon. Nice try, judges, but we're not going anywhere. You know what? That's enough out of us for now. Please, sit back, relax, check out the big screen, and enjoy Australia Zoo's Wildlife Warriors.
Thank you all very much.
Come with me, share it with me, share my wildlife with me, because humans want to save things that they love. My job, my mission, the reason I've been put onto this planet is to save wildlife. And I thank you for coming with me. Yeah, let's get it.
And welcome to Wildlife Warriors!
Today is a celebration of wildlife and conservation, and you all know it. It's thanks to Steve's dream when he brings animals to you from all around the world.
Now these beautiful birds flying above our heads are macaws and an ibis. The macaws are named to Central and South America, and they are pretty hard to miss, not only through sight, but sound.
There are 17 species of macaw, and they can range from the size of a small parrot all the way up to the hyacinth, which can grow to be over 1 metre long.
Now, like us, they have unique personalities and looks. If you're able to see our macaws up close, you might notice feather lines on their face. Now, these are like our fingerprints, unmatchable to any other.
However, it is because of their beauty that they are still being stolen from their forest homes and being sold as pets. But make no mistake, it's all of you that can keep these beautiful birds flying free, and that is by always saying no to the illegal wildlife trade.
Exactly, Mel, and trust me guys, you do not want to have a bird that lives to be about 100 years of age on average, and is forever as hyperactive as a 5-year-old child.
Well, as our macaws head on home, let's take this from feathers to scales.
Please, let's do that. Check out some of our gorgeous snakes joining us in the Crocosium today. Now, you might be quite surprised to find out that right here in Australia, we're actually home to more venomous species of snake than non-venomous. But I'm sure you'll be very happy to find out the gorgeous snakes joining us in the Crocosium today are of the non-venomous kind. They have grown up right here in Australia Zoo, and that is why they're very relaxed around people.
If you were to see the world through a snake's eyes, you'd notice that they rely on movement rather than colour or shape. And, Jeremy, snakes do not have ears.
I know, right? How crazy is that? Mind blowing. So, if we were to see a snake and scream, they would not do anything, right? Nothing at all. But if we accidentally stood near one, or even on one, that would be a totally different story.
Yeah, because if a snake does feel cornered or threatened, the only thing it can do to protect itself is bite. And that's why it makes sense when we hear most people are usually bitten when they're purposefully trying to catch or even kill a snake.
Well, what am I saying? Fortunately, first aid for an Australian snake bite is quite simple. If you or your mates were ever unfortunate enough to be bitten by a venomous snake, there are a few items that can come in very handy.
Unfortunately, I forgot it.
No.
The compression bandage.
That's it. I mean, I was out the back while you were out there doing all the work, right? So it's good to fall back on me, which is why I prepared for this moment. Say hello to my little friend. Everybody, look, this, is my wingman. Well done, okay, thank you for the woo over there. His name is Luca, and he is the most beautiful yellow-tailed black cockatoo and all of that. He has brought us the compression bandage. Now, if we didn't have this, we would have had to have used them either for clothing or even a belt.
You know what, you and I are pretty tongue-tied, so why don't we leave it up to the experts, Steve and Terry.
Here in Australia, we've got a technique that we use to get bitten by a snake. It's very successful. There's a snake right now, right there. I got it! It's the giant rope snake! Highly venomous! Perfect! Ah! It's bit me! Right on the hand! Right there. Terry! I've been bitten by a snake!
What kind of snake?
A rope snake! Highly venomous rope snake!
Not the giant rope snake.
It is right there.
Be calm.
Be calm!
Lay down.
I can't, the rope snake got me! The rope snake's still there!
You must lay down.
Okay, wait me up. You see my frame marks up?
Yes, I can see the fang marks. I have a pressure bandage.
I'm gonna go.
No. You must lay down and be calm.
Okay, I'm calm now.
Are you calm?
But I might die.
No, you won't die if you are calm. I'm putting the pressure bandage on.
Okay.
Does it kind of hurt because it's really going on tight?
Yeah, it's a little bit tight.
Okay, don't cry.
I'll try hard.
Okay, pressure bandage is going on all the way up the limb. Do you know why we put the pressure bandage on?
No.
Because the venom goes into the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system processes the venom through your whole body. So if we put the pressure bandage on, it keeps the venom in your arm, which will kill you. But if it goes through your whole body, then you will be doomed.
Not doomed.
Yes.
What a rope snake.
Yes. But stay calm and I will stay here.
Okay.
Okay, are you being calm?
Okay.
Now I have to carry the car. Yeah, come on. Get
Okay.
up. Keep your arms still.
Okay, still.
What?
Okay.
Now, those guys, I absolutely love them. And in all seriousness, let's go through those 3 simple steps.
Yeah, great idea, Jess. All right, so step number 1, keep calm and keep still.
Step number 2, apply the compression bandage.
And step number 3, call an ambulance. Keep your patient still and calm until that ambulance arrives. Make sure you always let that help come to you.
I'm so lucky I've got you by my side. Thank you for helping me out today. Well, you know what? We had best get out there because Bristol is about to take us to the skies.
Thank you very much, Jess. And you just deserve everything. Here, a little bit. Now, in Australia, we're home to such a large diversity of bird life. Now, if you're lucky enough, you might see a beautiful whistling kite just like Fletcher here. As a bird of prey. Now that means he eats meat items. However, he isn't just any old bird of prey. He's a specialized hunter known as a raptor. Now to define a raptor, you do have to possess a couple of key features. Number 1 is really good eyesight. Number 2 is a hooked and curved beak, which they're going to use to rip apart their predators into bite-sized pieces. And third but not least is nice strong talons, which they're going to use to catch and kill their predators. Now we're very lucky to have many different species of kite in Australia. Now they all have different hunting techniques. Now one really cool thing that your whistling kites can do is what's known as eating on the wing. Now that's where they're able to catch the food with their talons. Now they're able to continue to fly around, pass their foot to their mouth. Now that does hide that food from any other birds of prey. Now Fletchy, he was a rescue bird. Now unfortunately, he's completely blind in one eye. But as you can see, he's an amazing ambassador for his species here at Australia Zoo. And we've all grown with Fletcher together. So thank you very much, Fletcher. But we're going to take this from aerial to aquatic. Well, we're going to open up a whole new world of hunting. With some species of bird, well, they can swim as deep and as fast as the fish. Now that's exactly how these two will catch their aquatic meals. Now out at the top, here's what's known as a greater cormorant. And Scuba here, you'll notice that she has that beautiful two-tone coloration. Now she's what's known as a little pied cormorant. And as you can see, they're both perfectly designed for life in the water, as they do lack that water-resistant coating on their feathers that many other birds do have. Now, while this is great for life under the water, well, a bird, they just cannot take to the skies with wet feathers. Now, that's why you will see your cormorants lining the riverbanks throughout Australia with their wings outstretched, just as if they're hanging themselves out to dry. Now, out in Scuba, there are only 2 out of 5 different species of cormorant that we're lucky enough to have here in Australia. So if you keep your eyes peeled, you might see some of their friends. But from birds that like to dive beneath the water to those that like to stalk the shallows in search of a fresh catch. Our next bird, he's going to be making his grand entrance from outside the Crocodile. Now, our locals of the north, they have a wingspan of up to 2 metres in length. Now, they can soar at the highest of altitudes. Now, if you direct your eyes above the roof, we're about to be joined by the only species of stork in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Douglas. Presidential Awards, give it up for Douglas. Now he's a jabiru or a black-necked stork. Now have a look at him as he does make his way through the water. He's going to use those long, beautiful legs and stealth-like precision to hunt for his prey. Now once he does find something, he's going to use that sword-like beak to stab out and grab it. Now he can take down anything from fish, crustaceans, eels, and sometimes even juvenile crocodiles. Now these guys, they're also what's known as sexually dimorphic. Now that means you can tell the males and the females apart just by looking at their eye colour. Now Douglas, he has beautiful black eyes, whereas the females, they have glowing yellow eyes. Now if you do want to see that for yourself today, head on down to our wetlands and check out our resident pair, JJ and Juliet. But on a more serious note, some of the birds we've seen today, they actually really rely heavily on our waterways for their survival. Now that's why it's so important that we do our part to keep our waterways clear of rubbish, ensuring future generations to come. But you're also one very lucky audience, as we're about to introduce the most interactive bird that we have right here into the Crocodile. Now I know she's very excited, so I would love to introduce Isabel to take it away.
Thank you, Crystal Lee. Everyone put your hands together for Crystal and her amazing birds. G'day everyone. This here is my mate Lily, and she is my very clever red-tailed black cockatoo. Now as you can see, we do lots of different training with our free flight birds here at Australia Zoo. And we've not only trained Lily to fly from point to point, but we've also trained her to fly from person to person. Now we both really want to show you this today, but we do need a little bit of help from an adult volunteer out there in the audience. So, who wants to meet Lily face to face? Oh, come on guys, I know you can do better than that. Who wants to meet her? I'm going to go with the lady that's getting adopted by her family. Yeah, that's you. Now, Lily here is in a bit of training, so is it alright if you just move these spare seats just to your side there in the middle? Beautiful. Now this is super easy. I just need you to grab out $5 for me. You can go grab it out of your wallet. I can hear a few of you laughing, but we really do need this note. You see, Lily doesn't actually know this person, so we've changed her to Flyto and recognize a common everyday object, which, lucky for me, happens to be $5. How did you go? Yeah, that will work. Really? We take 10s, 20s, different currencies. We are not lucky. Okay, I'll get you to fold it in half for me, and then in half again, so it's like a little rectangle. Now place it nice and loosely between 2 fingers, and put your arm straight out to the side. And you just pop it up so it's a little more vertical. Beautiful. Now Lily should see this note and know exactly who to fly to. Thank you, Lily. I love this bird. Okay. Before we head off for the day, anyone have a 20? No? No? Everyone's laughing? A few people threw their hands up, but I'm only kidding. Lily, she's a pretty honest bird, aren't she? Yeah. Which means we're going to get your money back up to you. So get you to place your arm out to the side. You know what? She was pretty impressive then, so it's time for you to impress us. So I'll get you to place both arms out. Oh, just out to the side as well, that's it. Now, flap really hard and fly down and grab it. You're up on the big screen. Now that we've had our laugh, we'll get it up to you for real this time. So you can just drop one arm and place the other one like a little platform, palm facing up. Beautiful. Now Lily is going to take care of it via air mail. Now once she places that in the palm of your hand, just wrap a few fingers around it. There we go, thank you very much. That is Lily, my amazing red-tailed black cockatoo.
Well done, Lily and Izzy. What a little chat. And now we're going to bring out some of Lily's best mates.
Check out some of our gorgeous native Australian parrots. These cheeky birds are naturally very social in the wild, and as you can hear, they have a pretty distinct call. If you keep your eyes on this field, you may be lucky enough to see some of these amazing birds flying around Australia.
But now I would love to introduce the speed demons of the bird world, our rainbow and red birds. Now our lorries, they have to be fast to stand a chance in the wild as a part of the favourite freedom of the fastest animal on the planet, the peregrine falcon. Now all of our Australian natives, they do rely heavily on the bush for food and shelter. So please remember, no bush, no birds.
Too true, Crystal. Worldwide, habitat loss is the biggest threat to the survival of our gorgeous wildlife.
So let's make a difference today. Whoever you are, wherever you live, grow a native plant in your backyard, and sooner or later you'll have amazing native wildlife living at your